Oh god. You guys hear me fine? Hello. Um. Alright. Hello. I'm not late. Guess what? I'm not late. I would have expected to be late because I went to bed around like 4, 5 in the morning. 6ish, actually. Thank you, Dumpling. Yes. Today is my birthday. I don't talk about it. Actually, I talk about it all the time. But I really suck at advertising it. So it's just like, I don't know. Every time I talk about like my birthday or something, it's like, oh, okay. I leveled up. I got older. It's something. But I kind of think about it like, I don't know. It's one of those things in my case where I feel bad about it. Because it's just like, why would I talk about myself more than I already do, right? So, to boost that ego a little more, I am going to continue talking about myself because okay, was an idea I had a bit ago. A bit ago, as in a couple months ago. And it was thanks to Mundi when I was talking to him at one point when, if anyone knows about like certain, like, I used to be chronically online. I say chronically, used to. I used to be on Twitter like 24/7. And one of the things that I found was like people like trying to copy other VTubers, like VTubers copying other VTubers, right? And what happened was, oh, thank you. What happened was people always threw out their like inspiration, like for this thing and that thing, and I wanted. I was talking to Moody about this, and it was just more or less just, yeah, that it's just like I was gonna do an image of it because there's just so many things, but then Mundi said that I think it was Mundi. I think he said it that way. Or he said that it would be better for a stream idea. I'm like, okay, I can do it. And then I did it on my birthday. And guess what? I'm doing it. Because here it is. I stayed up all night doing this. It's very late. There could have been so many more things. Also, that intro that you guys saw, that was done a month ago, I think. So there's that. But yeah, it was definitely an interesting one. I actually had help from Zaz, another friend of mine, and he is an actual animator, and I learned from an actual animator. It's like, holy cow. Anyways, I'm talking about myself here. I'm talking about like my own like weird evolution line, right? But this image you see in front of you, that's what I used to look like. That's what I used to represent myself with. Although I only did it once. Like the entire story is that Zryken started off from this guy. Also, this guy was, out of everyone else, was like really tiny. He also implemented ribbons and everything. Like I wanted a thing to represent myself with, because at the time, especially with this shot, this one was from a stop motion animation, and there wasn't really much I could have done with it. Well, that's an understatement. I could have done stuff with it. It's just the fact that after I finished this stop motion, I never uploaded it until years ago, which I might throw out. Hold on. For those that don't know, I used to do stop motion. I still plan to come back to it. But the problem to me is the fact that it is very time consuming, and as an adult, I don't have that kind of luxury anymore. Okay, I found it. So I am gonna throw should I do that? Yeah, I'm gonna throw it in. Because that is the stop motion project that was compiled all the way back from 2015? No, 2016 to like 2019-ish. Right? Hold on. I have to make sure. 2019, yeah. And a part of it, I was thinking, like, you could definitely see a strange evolution at, like, in that stop motion from those years. And I didn't do much. It's just the fact that, like, I sort of just been watching a whole bunch of people animate and all the fun jazz. So there's that. But I also realized that I didn't really have the horn blade thing sticking out of the cheeks with that model, or that twist time model at least. But it was like I don't know, it was still part of the head. It's very weird. I don't remember a lot of things from that thing, my old model. This is like a prototype, I would say. But if we go down the line, here is the first PNG that I have. The first one I actually got serious in. And the funny thing about this was I was thinking back then when I first joined my friend group that I'm currently with and still with to this day, I was thinking about like what to give myself in case like I ever do something for those people, and like I didn't understand how the things they do work, because they do things for the community, but like I didn't really understand how it worked until like a little bit after. But I made this avatar because of that, like, in case something like that happened. It never did though. And it's fine, because this I can, as you see now, I have my model currently, so you can see the first right there to what I have now, and it is, I would say, drastically different. Because the red is now more pinkish, and it is a lot more gray in other areas rather than like big areas like the arms and whatnot. And I also like have this weird blue glow, which also birthed this image right here. This image right here is the first unboxing that I did. It was supposed to be, but what happened was this was, I was gonna use this for my first stream, but what happened was that I don't know what happened. It took it the first time, but then the second time it was like, oh yeah, it's too big. And yeah, my first stream was an unboxing and it did okay. I'd say it did okay, but in terms of what happened, what really happened, I started the stream, then I immediately ended it because of the fact that I just pressed it one too many times. So that was the funniest thing that happened. But as you can see, there's a little bit more. And then it led to this. And then this was supposed to be an Ultraman thing. So this is in the realm of me when I drew stuff for my streams, when I was actually pretty serious about it. And this was basically the thumbnail for my first Ultraman build. Cause actually no, my first build in stream, which was Ultraman Trigger multi-type, and I used this. It was something. I can't draw this anymore, But I had fun. I drew a kaiju finally, so it was cool. It's a little more pixelated than I'd like, but yeah. So we could go back to here, and like you could compare both of them, both me and my old model. Hold on, let me move myself up, because you can see the belt is different, the design is drastically different, and like it feels less annoying, but a little more cluttered, I guess, with my current design. Then we could go down this evolution like line, and then there's the second model. It got sharper. It got bulkier in areas that I kind of am questioning now. Like the feet were bigger, the knees were bigger. It almost looks like I didn't have any knees, and my arms were like super small. Like I think immediately, almost immediately after I finished like shading this and everything, I had an issue with the hands because of the shields. Or not really because of the shields, I guess. It was because of the gloves. Because like, you know, it was nice that they had a nice shape to them. It just wasn't like, I think it was just everything else that kind of overpowered it. And plus, he felt a little too lanky for my liking in some areas compared to not. It was definitely something, but it did help out with the head design. That I think the head design was like my favorite out of all that. But it also brought in this, where I did do another unboxing, and I used this. I wanted to do this joke where if anyone remembers Gurren Lagann, at the final battle where it's just like two characters duking it out, I wanted to do it like that, where I bullied the box, but the box becomes its own thing and starts bullying me at one point, and just kind of weird rivalry. I wanted to make every thumbnail just like a strike from one of those, but like I didn't. I didn't commit. I should have committed. I can still. It's just the fact that like it was such a really long joke that I don't think it really worked well in a sense. But I was also just playing around. Like the funny thing about these drawings too is that you can tell. You couldn't really tell, but like the gold on this drawing were actually, funny enough, I forgot the shade. I forgot to shade the gold on this thing, and it was very unfortunate. But then we could go to this one, and this is also along the lines of when I was just changing my form every time I did a different thing. So this was a yokai watch thing, and I mostly just kind of changed myself into the theme of that. That's the reason why I called them dream changers. But I think when I was doing this was a little too frequent. It was a little more taxing, and I did not really enjoy it as much as I thought I would. But yeah, it made me learn about like, yeah, I could change my form whenever I want, but it's tiring. But like this is also just like one of my favorites actually, because of the fact I actually put in the effort. But I think it's just silly how I ended up doing this. But I like this. I like this one because it was just like, you know, you actually got like the eyes, you got like the gloves, which I actually always liked doing for some reason. I don't know. This had a really good perspective, I guess, on like a lot of it. But then if we go follow this one, it leads to the current one. So like all of that really just kind of translated into this thing, and I'm thinking about updating it again. So, yeah, it is the right one. I did look, but it's also funny because like the thing that I realized, I think I said it a lot, is the fact that I couldn't really how do I explain it? I couldn't really replicate it anymore because after I did the reference, I went to do the model, and as you can tell, they're both vastly different. The visor on my current model is bigger. It's some areas are like sharper and others are not. I also realized that there's a mist color on the head. Wow, it took me that long to realize. Ooh, okay. But yeah, like I kind of like uh how this went. There's a thing keep forgetting about where it's like there's a piece like the knuckles have knuckle guards, and it's just like a whole bunch of things I keep forgetting now. But yeah, it is definitely like my I think my current design is something I could definitely like improve on a little bit. I just don't know where. So I'm always constantly thinking about like, hey, how can I update myself? How can I change my design? I kind of updated it recently, as you can see, with just like the blue highlights and a scarf. Like I finally fixed it, but it's not accurate. I tell you that much, because like if you could tell, it's just like a flaming thing. So like, I don't know. I will fix it. Maybe fix it. Maybe actually make it accurate. But I just kind of think it's kind of cool, just like having it blazing in the back on the back. But yeah, as you can see, it says next. So let me get that ready for you, and then I'll get back to you soon. Okay, it wasn't hard. It was just the fact that I also needed to take a, like, I needed to drink my water. But yeah, I just kind of just transitioned it over a little bit. But yeah, I'm gonna be showing you the inspiration. As you can see, there's already one in the corner. So I had to label it. So as you can tell, one of the biggest inspirations that happened was Ultraman Ginga, because like you know how he's glowing everywhere. I tried to find the best one I could for that kind of thing. So like as you can see, Ultraman Ginga with like the glowing blue forehead, the chest, and just the blue bits in general. Like I don't know, Ultraman just kind of the new generation Ultraman line just kind of influenced the blue on what I currently have, right? So that was a thing. Also, I have Ultraman Z Delta Rise Claw, and it was the base of it all. So like just the overall aesthetics, everyone can see. I didn't hide it. Everyone knows that most people like know how much I love Delta Rise Claw because of its design, and that's why I based it. I used it for Zryken's design, so it's definitely a funny thing. Also, I have this weird love for gloves and the belt, so I had these three prime examples of like why I like them. So 02, Neo Ichigo, or just Ichigo in general, and then Gold Spino. There's something interesting about like and having an entire suit like that, but like the arms and legs or something would be like different colors, like boots and everything. It was great. And yeah, like it's also like, you know, for people that came are here on my channel right now, you guys know that I love tokusatsu. So like I had to like add a belt or something. It was just like it's kind of a big no-brainer. The other thing that also inspired the muffler was actually, if anyone knows this, then I applaud you. This is Mega Man X. This is the command mission armor. Mega Man X command mission was a JRPG. It wasn't like the other. Actually, also funny thing. This armor also influenced my design. It's crazy. There's so many things that influenced my avatar design or like my drawing style, and it's funny. But like this scarf from this command mission armor was one of the bigger motivators. Hello, Mundi. And I don't know, like the command mission armor is like my favorite out of everything else. What was I getting to? But like there's that, and then we got the head. I am a big fan of Mega Man Zero, so I kind of just had like just implemented like the helmet thing. Another thing I didn't add was Mega Man ZX, because that's like also one of my all-time favorite games, which I don't know if I'm gonna stream anytime soon. Maybe I'll do it in a hard mode and I'll just keep dying. That'd be a fun one. Also, the thing you see on the left, those are from Ultraman, because like if you remember, I could take these out. But yeah. I forgot to change that. But I'm able to take these off, and the inspiration was that it was these weapons are called the Zero Slugger, and they go on Ultraman Zero's head, and it just flies out. I realized that I've been influenced by Ultraman a whole bunch. It's funny now I realize it. But yeah, like they just kind of like, and like if anyone's seen Witch from Mercury, it's like when Gundam Ariel had like all her bits just like fly off of her, that kind of thing. That's what I wanted to do for like a bit, but maybe I could probably try doing more bits. But that's for another day, because I think adding too many bits is excessive, especially for like not really. It feels excessive for now, because there's no reason to have the amount that I already have now. But yeah, like as you can see, like there's like way more. There's like way more that influences this thing. I don't remember why, but I really like the chest area that I gave myself. I don't know where it came from. It might have been from like Super Robots that have like the crystal gem chest thing, where sometimes they would use it as like a beam. But like I've always liked those. But yeah, it's only 26 minutes. I thought this would be a lot longer. But what was another thing? Like what was the other thing? Because I'm looking at all this, and I'm like, there's just like way more I could talk about with this. Well, I realized like some of the ideas I've had actually did come in after a bit. Like, yeah, I know I had something to open. I'm saving it for the last thing. Saving it for last, to be honest, because I have it right here with me, and I'll open it last because of the fact that it's like an actual physical thing. I'm just gonna go through what I need to go through first, so it's just like, yeah, I didn't forget. It's still a thing. um. Oh wait, the lining. Like I could talk about like I thought I was gonna zoom in via OBS. Oops. But no, like the blue lines. I've always liked the like when it's like Gato versus no, not versus road. Yeah, versus road and vanishing line, where the suits have like the trims that glow and everything. So I thought that was cool. I also just kept the purple and blue gem thing because of the fact that I think that's what my original design had. So I wanted to keep them both. And I'm thinking eventually it'll probably change to just like be more consistent. But I don't mind it. Like I really like it. I also think it's funny. I think I mentioned this in my 1 year anniversary, but my color scheme, right? I got my color scheme from like other like it started off in Warframe, but it was also the fact that I really liked around that time mechs that had the red, white, and blue color scheme, like the Strelitzia from Darling in the Fangs. Darling from the Fangs? Hold on. What was it called? Darling in the Fangs. Yeah. And I still need to finish that anime. I don't really think I could do that alone because of the fact that it felt extremely depressing. But there's that Star Driver with Talburn and Captain Earth. Cause like those are like the big three I know that were like red, white, and blue. And then there's and I don't know exactly why, but that red turned into this blue. Not blue. This hue of like hot pink-ish thing. And then like the blue, it was supposed to be like darker blue, turned into a more vibrant and formidable blue, and I don't mind it at all. I actually really like it. The other thing was I think in my current model there's less gray areas and more white, or just one or the other, and it was definitely a very interesting idea. Also, originally like the lines, it's all where it's supposed to be, except for the head. The head was something new, because I'm just like, yeah, I want to make it like more emotive. Like I wanted to make it like how people would know that I'm talking, not just from the animation or anything. Especially because I don't have a face. Well, I especially because the face is behind a mask and everything. So like, it makes it a lot harder to express emotions, which I think is totally fine. Because I kind of feel like I have very big difficulties talking about not talking, but showing emotion. So it's very interesting that I decided to do that, and then could be worse. I think I'm still working on the lore stuff, especially for the VTuber side of what I'm doing. So like there's that, and yeah. But it's already been 30 minutes, 31 minutes actually. So let me go get the other thing loaded up, cause I think I don't know if anyone's excited for this. I didn't really talk about it, but I'll talk about it when I show it. So, Okay, I'll be right back. Well, that's the thing. I wasn't supposed to show this, but hold on. We can turn off the capture. Let me make myself bigger, right? Yeah. If you wanted to know, I made a new model. This is like I would like to say the worst kept secret because of the fact that I wasn't hiding this. I never did. Because I actually did throw out some images, especially because of the fact that, like, if anyone remembered, I drew this person a lot. There was a part, if anyone remember from like another stream before, I drew Dragonello's version, and then I drew this. It was a thing, but I also, if anyone already knows, I already showed this off. Not a lot, but yes, this is a new model. I went through the efforts of doing this within a week. Funny enough, because I was procrastinating really hard again. So yes, you are looking at guild made Zryken. It was great. It is also one of those things where I learned how to do the mouth. I learned how to do the blinking, and I have some very funny emotes. Yeah. I didn't exactly like. Funny enough, I've always wanted to turn myself into this kind of thing. Not a maid, but I've always wanted to like. I played around with the thought of like, what if Zryken became a girl? Like a dream change gone wrong. I made a stream on that one day, like not too long ago. It was just me doodling on stuff of just like, hey, how am I gonna how is this supposed to work? Well, now you get this. So I can basically do that again. I can do a part 2 on that drawing stream again, and like have it be very narcissistically appropriate. But yeah, I spent an entire week on this, and as you can tell, it still has some flaws because I never bothered fixing them. This was done a month ago, 2 months ago. It's been done for a while. I thought that I was gonna add more to it, but I didn't. So yeah. The expressions, I only have 3. So you get this one, the normal one, right? So there's that. It's very great. Also, as you can tell, when I blink, you can see the other eye. So I have 2 eyes. I'm not lazy. I went through the effort of doing 2. I have this one. This is also a very fun one. This is the crying one. I think I wanted to do more with it, but I just couldn't. I couldn't bring myself to work on this again, sadly. So there's that. And then the third one, which I think is super funny, is the inspiration one. It's like, wow, look at that kind of thing. But yeah, I couldn't do that. Merry birthday, thank you. How did K KL Taruko? Shao. I'm sorry for butchering your name, but it's like I keep thinking it's like Chaos Takuro. Uh, Shao. I don't know how to say the first one. Thank you, Taruko. But yeah, thank you for the birthday. But yeah, this was the one thing. Okay. But if you wanted to see another thing, let me get, let me, let me grab myself. That sounds wrong. The one thing I wanted to show, which I can't show, unfortunately. Hold on, there we go. Oh, maybe that wasn't a good idea. You can. I wanted to show off a thing. Like I still had the pink on the eyes. It's just the fact that it's just not as great. It's not as prominent, but that was totally fine. Also, half of the skirt is gone, and funny enough, dimension-wise, Guildmate Zryken is way bigger than my actual model. If you wanted to know, you don't need to know this, but I, as a creator, love bragging about it, I guess. But Zryken herself was about 48 layers of just individual parts. So everything you see here that could move, or that would look like it would move, can move, kind of. I just never said it. And also, I don't know why I gave myself the dead mom hair, but I'm like, you know what, that's fine. But there's another one. Not another one, but I'm gonna turn on this. This is my reference. Well, not reference. I didn't prepare a reference, unfortunately. I'll work on one eventually. But let's see, let me shrink myself a bit. So if you wanted to know, this was Zryken back in 2018. So like it's funny that the design hasn't changed as much. It feels very interesting when it goes from brown hair to black hair though. But no, I always wanted a sort of mascot to represent like my daily life. So I created Zryken unintentionally. She never had a name, which is funny. And as you can tell, this was just a design I did because I worked at a fast food restaurant back then. It was hell. Literal hell. And yeah. And then when you think about it, like working at a fast food restaurant and being overworked, yeah, it sucks. No one should do that. No one should go do that. But then it goes to the maid, and then the joke on that is that she's also overworked. So where's the problem with that? Nothing. She's happy this time. So like it's definitely like I think more about the environment, and I think now she's more content of where she is currently at compared to where she was. So it's definitely like a more positive it's definitely a more positive vibe of like what was the environment? Yeah, it's a more positive environment now than where me slash she was in the past. So it's all that thing. Zryken, and I, as in the real person, I guess. This is like literally like just me just being like, hey, I'm gonna split my emotions into all this. Why? Because it sounds cool. But no, like I also, if you haven't noticed, she does basically carry a bits of Zryken on her. Like the cuffs are like the big giveaway. The bits, the pens on the big bow of it. The along with the crown. Is it the crown? What do you call those things? The headdress for the maid, right? Like that also carries some things. So it's like, yeah. But also I only had like the one reference because I was listening to this. This is from, I don't know her name, but she's from Occupy Maid Wars. But I've been listening to her song the entire time because of the fact that I just didn't really want to listen to everything else because it might be like potential spoilers, which I already spoiled myself on. But like yeah, like I was listening to this the entire night one night when I was designing this maid, not this model, the original design, which I think I should still have. Let me add image. Do I have it here is the question. Because I'm pretty sure it's like unorganized. Well, it is unorganized. God. Oh boy, hold on. Let me find it. Downloads. Oops. That's not what I wanted to do. Let's see. Open. Yeah, this is the original design. She seems a little more sinister than what she is now. But like, I'm still trying to figure out like how to draw people still. Even after all these years, I'm still trying to figure out how to draw people. So like, yeah. You can see like how a lot of it translated over. Especially because like my favorite bit happens to be, well, why is it over me though? My favorite bit happens to be like the frill, like the feathered frill thing on the left sleeve, where you see the blue line on it, right? Like it kind of goes all the way down to the apron, kind of thing. I'm like, I like that. I just don't know why I made it look like a villain. But yeah, it definitely changed a lot in terms of design. Cause then, not only did that happen, there was also, was it this one? It was this one, yeah. There's also this one. I never went back to finishing this, but I wanted to do like a whole bunch of silly things. So this one feels a little more gentler, but that's also because of the fact that it's not finished, but also it's just not really a lot of things. Hold on, let me get rid of capture. So there's that, and then what was the last one? there's this, which I think was also just a proof of concept of me experimenting with chibi art. What the heck? Yeah, capture. What are you doing? Locking that down. Yeah, it is intense. I did like it because that was based off of a card that I didn't get on the Gotcha stream, which was very unfortunate. But yeah, then there's this, you know, the chibi Zryken. It was very adorable, and like there's the thing was, it translated over quickly to another chibi art. To this, which I think if I had to, I could turn this into a pin. Maybe like less smug, but I think that's the funny bit where Zryken is the emotional powerhouse of the two, because I think Zryken was supposed to be the more human side of this entity, so it was definitely like a very fun thing. This is also around the time where I got more depressed way more frequently, so like drawing Zryken, Guildmate Zryken, was definitely a thing. I also realized something. Hold on, there's something wrong. Let me fix that. Hold on. No, I gotta save. Who would have thought that I'd have a mistake right on stream? I immersion break, but like I was staring at myself and like, wait, something's wrong. My body is sticking out. So yeah. Let's see. It's not really a forbidden view. It's just more or less just like, I don't mind if people see like the behind the scenes stuff and have the immersion break broken because of it. I really love showing off like the progress or like the how things were made. If a part of me was just like, oh yeah, you want to see how it's done, that kind of thing. But this thing, I think back to this thing, I just think it's a very funny thing that I kind of just designed. I haven't done anything Zryken related in a while, so I might do more. Hold on, because I can show you. I can do this on stream because it is something that I can proudly present now, because I've had this for months. Go back to capture, turn it on. So here's the program. Here's the actual thing. If you look here to where I'm at, you can see like it doesn't look like much, right? So we could just go all the way up, and it was 51. The hair is separate too, so it is definitely a lot. It was definitely a lot more than I initially expected, but I did not regret it. I was annoyed by it, yes, but I realized that this is bringing me closer to like a sort of understanding of how tedious but like rewarding making a VTuber model can be. Originally it wasn't supposed to be this. It was supposed to be like another thing, a thing that I low-key call my daughter because of the fact that I brought her to life to a degree. But we do have 9 minutes left, 8 minutes, so let's go turn on the webcam. Actually, let's see, does that work? It does work. Okay. Because I do have that thing that Ryder gave me, strangely enough. I think it was like a week ago. Oops. And it was just like, after I gave him all the cards for the gotcha thing, he's like, oh, here you go. And it's like, oh, okay. And it's like, what is this? It's like, just open it. Just open it, like, close to your birthday or something. And I was like, oh, okay. It was very strange. But, I think it's a card. I don't know what it is. I'm just taking a wild guess. I've been thinking about it all week, and I was just like, what is this? This is weird. Wait, why is it in bubble wrap, though? So, this is a thing I got from Murder. And I don't even know what it is. But, yeah. Like, I don't know. What am I doing after stream today? I don't really know what I'm doing after stream today. So, it's funny. Now I'm just like here, on stream, just basically with the human model, and it's like, oh my god, it's not a robot. Which, funny enough, people actually have thought my VTuber model was a robot. But yeah. Let's see. It's a card? Wait. Gotcha. Wait. Is this a bunch of things? Huh. Huh. Wait, hold on. What is this? It says, Dear Ryder / Zryken, I hope this letter finds you both in good health and in good times. First, I would like to thank you for our time of being friends and collabing together. I hope this continues in the future. I hope you're doing well. I hope you enjoy the cards that are included. Good luck with your future endeavors, and hope your videos get tons of views. Go say green. I think this is for you, Ryder. But, it's interesting. I think it's just because of the cards. But just... Should I cut it? I think I'm gonna try cutting it. But, man, that's interesting. I never had that before. Then, I'm sorry. I'm still puzzled. I don't know how to process this. So it's just like, wait, hold on. This is kind of how I'm feeling at the moment, I guess. Oh! Okay. This is the card I needed. That's cool. Now I can finish that entire... I can finish the entire, like, that cross with the Star Gotchard thing. Because, like, all the chemies and plus Cross Wizard made, like, a giant star. And I kind of want to make that into, like, a giant frame. Busa Sori. Gorilla Sensei. Rare. Super rare. Rare. And then an ultra rare Jungle John. A super rare Hawk Star. And then we got Velvet coming out of Velvet. This is such a cool design. But no, go say green. If you're watching the VOD, thank you. I think most of the cards, I could definitely see were for someone like me, but like also just the fact that like I don't know, I feel very fortunate that some of Ryder's people have come over to my end and just kind of just said hi for the most part. I'm very fortunate to actually have people that actually did, like some of my own people. Like I'm pretty fortunate to be like collabing with people, with someone. My webcam is going crazy again. I just think it's really weird. Like the last couple years for me have been very weird because of the fact that I've done a lot of things, like not bad things, but like new things. Like I started playing. I played D&D. I did. What's wrong with my webcam? Anyways, I played D&D. I started drawing. I started making my own models. I started making my own assets. I started streaming. Like, I don't know. I started streaming for a really bad reason. I think I said that before. Whereas mainly, I wanted. There were these people I admired, and I thought that if I streamed, it just didn't matter, and they would watch regardless. And I've had that like kind of reality crushed, and I've actually had to learn how to get over it. So I I came to that thing where recently I wanted to think about more of how I want to be seen as, how I want to be my own person instead of being looked at as like a number or a fan, like a VTuber's mascot in a way. Well, I didn't mind it being seen that way for things like Hololive, because you know it's one of those things, I guess. But it was very eye-opening with the VTubers I watched. Well, not watched, but the ones I'm currently like in. I wouldn't say into, but like the ones I can't really see on streams. So I don't know. It's still a really long road for me, and eventually, I'm not hiding the fact that I might disappear from VTubing or streaming in general. I just think that's kind of a natural thing in life, where it's just like sometimes I can't do it. Sometimes I just don't have the mental fortitude to do so, or like things are gonna happen, and or it might be a case where something will happen, and I have to drop out. But the other thing I want to think of was I don't really look at it VTubing as like a competition. I know there are a lot of people out there that are just like fighting for views, fighting for like interaction and everything. And here I am just doing my own thing, right? It's very strange. And it could be way worse. I could have actually given up like the first month I started. And I'm happy I'm dedicated to doing this. I'm only dedicated to streaming though. Video production on the other hand, I really need to get a hand on. But yeah, like I think ever since I started making friends a couple years ago, going back to the sappiness, I guess, it's been really fun because I actually have friends that are staying, and they're not work friends, they're friends outside of work. I think since I took my break from streaming, I've had a somewhat semi-healthy healthy online life, I guess. I haven't been on Twitter as much as I used to. At max that would be like about 2 minutes or something, or just me looking at something else, but never like looking through drama. I mean, like I do look at through drama, but it doesn't affect me as badly as it did before, which is nice. But the downside is I haven't been able to draw anything for a while. I did one, but I'm like, I want to do more. So many things I want to do, too many ideas. But yeah, But I'll make sure Ryder also gets this letter too, because I think it was mostly directed for him. My microphone's about to fall off. What the heck? And it's not like because of like the thing. It's because of the thing. No, it's the thing and a thing. It's the armor. It's not the armature. It's the clamp for the armature. So, yeah. I don't know. I started VTubing for views. I guess I did it the wrong way, but now it's just like I'm still trying to figure out what to do. Also, to note, I won't be using this model as much. I'm still gonna go back to my original. It's just I wanted to show this off, and when the occasion is right, I will use this model. Maybe when I'm cooking. Maybe when I do like some cooking games like Chocolate Factory or something like that. That sounds like fun. But yeah, I'm really happy. Actually, if there's another thing I forgot to mention. Zryken originally was supposed to be a magical girl, so I guess a maid is a magical girl in its own way. And without further ado, that is all I have today. I did spend an hour, like I spent like 10 minutes trying to figure out like, oh my god, how am I gonna fill the time? What am I gonna do? That kind of thing. So I don't know why, but I like doing these things. I like doing streams where I just talk about that, like what I did, how it works, that kind of thing. And I don't try to keep doing it forever, because then it just feels like a broken record at that point. But next weekend, we'll be back to our normal programs. So I will have to say, like, yeah, I honestly don't know. I'm still trying to get the Elgato to work. I mean, like, it does work, kind of, but it's been really iffy, especially on the PS3. The Elgato for the PS3 is very iffy, so more technical issues. But yep, without further ado, I'm gonna go make some croquettes. So I'll see you guys later. Thank you for stopping by. To some of you guys that gave me the birthday wishes, thank you very much. This is probably the most meaningful birthday I've had. So, yeah. It's also still weird to talk about it, because I kind of forgot that this was my birthday stream. So, yeah. Yeah, thank you, Dumpling. Alright. Without further ado, I'm gonna leave before I start rambling on even further, because, yeah. Good game / day. It's fine. It's fine. It's still a game. It's still a game of life. But yeah. Alright. I'll see you guys later. Bye bye. Should Zryken have her own intro and outro? I'll figure it out.